Hello everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to install the Wampserver in your local computer. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is type the Wampserver. Okay, and press enter. You have the option to simply click on the Wampserver 64 bits if your system type or operating system type is 64, and if you're still using a 32 bits operating system, then you can select this option. Okay, in my case, since I'm using the 64 bits, then I can just go directly with this one. Alright, and of course you have to check as well whether your operating system is Windows, or you might be using a different operating system. But in this case, since Wampserver is compatible with Windows web development environment only, it means that you cannot use it in either platform or operating system. Okay, just for demonstration purposes, let's proceed now with our download. Okay, so just simply scroll down and select this option, since I'm using the 64-bit system operating type or the operating type. Okay, click this one, and if you notice, you can see some information here asking you to enter your details, but you have the option to just download it directly without filling up all the information here. Okay, just simply click on this option, download directly. Okay, now for this case it will take a while to download, and it depends on your internet connection, so we just have to wait a little bit. I think this will take a few minutes, and the total file size of this is around 644 megabytes. And you might ask how long it will finish to download. It depends on your internet connection. So it says here I got 2 minutes left, but let's try to wait a little bit. And you can also try to download while watching this video. Try to do the same so you can follow along on how to install the Wampserver in your local PC. Okay, I think this will take a little while. If you notice, it's almost half. I have a 1 minute left in here, but it's still downloading half of the files, but I think this will just few seconds left. So the best way we can do, extend our patience. Okay, so this will be in just a few minutes then. Okay, while waiting, you can also download the other file. Okay, I'll just pause this video for a while. Okay, I think it's almost done. There are, okay, there you go. So it's now done. Just a little more seconds. Okay, there you go. So we can click on the file right now, double click on it, Okay, and supposed to be it will appear, the installation package will pop up on the screen. Sometimes when you click in installer, your Windows will actually try to check whether it's a valid file. Okay, there you are. So do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? Just simply click on yes and just wait a little bit. Okay, click on this option, just simply choose the select option. Now you can also read the license agreement if you want, but if you are okay with the license agreement, then just simply select the I accept the agreement, so you can proceed with the installation. Then proceed with this option by clicking the next button. Okay, now here, if you noticed, when you're ready to continue with this setup, there are some information that you need to read. It might be different in Windows 10 or another version of the operating system. Since right now I'm using a Windows 11, I have to check whether there are additional packages that I need to install. So just like this, and if you noticed, there are some link that I need to click on. It means that I have to click either of the links provided here. Okay, the packages, all of the packages should be installed for the Wampserver to continue, because I will not be able to finish it without doing so. You might be experiencing differently because the operating system that you are using might be in different version. Right now I'm using a Windows 11 Pro. I mean single, not the Pro. I'm using the single version. So let's try to click on this option and directed. Sometimes you can see this one which is no longer available, then I can just click on the next option. Okay, maybe I should click this option perhaps. Let me check this option. Still an error, then look for another link. Maybe this one will work. If not, okay, I think this one is working. So you just download on this option and select the 64-bit option. Okay, this one, and then proceed next. Okay, so it's now being downloaded. Okay, just have to wait and click this option to install and select agree, then install. So what happened here, the computer will be asking, where's my, oops, where is it? No, retry again. Okay, click on the yes option so that it can proceed with the installation process. Now it's done. Close this one. Next is you have to continue. By doing so, click on this one again, Okay, I should select the English option. Okay, I think this one is the same file. Okay, I'll just close this one. This is the version 2013 option. Now I can proceed with the other one. Okay, how about this? Okay, click on this file again and agree. Select the agree option, agree to the license terms, then install and click the yes button. Alright, it's done and successful. We can close it now. I guess what else that we need to install? So we had 64-bit Windows. You must install both 32 and 64-bit version. Alright, so therefore we need to click this again so we can check whether all the versions are actually installed. Okay, click on next and then select OK. So by default I choose English. Then are you sure using version or well, I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure I'll be using one. Then I'll be asked to continue to check. Okay, I think I cannot see all. How can I minimize this? So these are the versions are not installed. Alright, should I close again? Now in the section when all the packages, should I select this one? If you notice, the Wampserver really had a lot of process. Okay, then you have the option to select for this one. Okay, let me check since it's already installed, and this one, a lot of process really here. Let's see if we're going to next. For now you can see actually different versions of databases, including for MariaDB and MySQL. So I prefer to use the default installation. Now proceed with the next option and then click on next and install. So this will take a little bit to finish, and while waiting you can also try to install. There are different kinds of okay, almost done, just a little bit. Alright, almost done to finish installing. Okay, there you go. Alright, do you want to choose another browser installed on? Yes, so I think I prefer to use the, where can I find the Chrome? I guess I prefer to use the Chrome instead of this one. Google and applications, so I'd rather want to use the Chrome as my default browser. And do you want to choose another text editor installed? Well, I can just use the notepad for now, then I'll just change it later. Okay, that's okay. But it's up to you. You have the option to select any IDE that you'd like to use and editing your code. But in my case, I just prefer to use the notepad for now. Okay, when you're ready, click next. Okay, the version here is 3.3, then click on finish. So once it is done, right, you're supposed to see this icon, the Wampserver. You can run by checking whether it's working. Then there's an icon that will actually appear in here, and some pop-up like a command prompt keep on popping up on your screen if you notice that, but you just have to extend your patience. Okay, I think all the services are running now. Where can I find it? So in this case, let me just post a little bit. Okay, if you can see here on your screen, when you click this show hidden icons, you can see small icon with this one. Okay, this green icon, it means that our Wampserver now is actually running. And if you're going to click on that, you will be able to see all the details in here, and including the languages, it's all in here. Now the next thing that we need to do is actually download the WordPress. Okay, going back here, first go to wordpress.org. Okay, now from here, go to this button and just simply click on Get WordPress to download the WordPress folder. Okay, although I downloaded already my file, just for demonstration purposes, let me just download it again. Now here there are the versions that is available now. It's actually 6.1. So let me check my downloaded file. I think I already had it here. In my downloaded file, I had here the WordPress 6.11 since already downloaded that. But in your case, you just had to click this button and continue with the download. Now the next thing that I need to do, since I already downloaded the file here, I can actually copy this one, and I'll go to my drive C and look for the WAMP 64 folder, this one. Then open up this one and double click the www folder, and then from here you can paste the WordPress. Next thing that we're going to do is extract this file. When you extract this, extract all, and you will be asked, where are you going to extract it? Okay, I'll just extract inside this W file. Then you just have to wait a little bit. This will take a few minutes to extract. Okay, let me just zoom in and to finish it. Maybe this will take a few minutes, then I'll just get back once this is done, and I'll try to pause my recording because this will take a few minutes to finish. Alright, and I'll just get back once it is done in extracting all the files. Okay, it's almost done. So it's now 97%. We'll just wait a little bit to finally extract all the files. Alright, now we have here all the files. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, let's say I'm going to rename this and to, let's say, www.dictcaraga.gov.ph. okay, for this one as sort of sample. Then I can just rename it later. Now we can only finally install the WordPress by creating first our database. So we need to open our Wampserver. Okay, where's our Wampserver now? So it says it's running, and what I need to do, just simply open the PHP My Admin. So for this, I'll be going now to the PHP My Admin to set up the database, and make sure that the icon is in color green. Okay, this one, it should be in the color green, because you'll get an error if your local host is not running. So here we're going to type the default username, which is the root or ROOT, and for the password, just blank and select the MySQL, then log in. So by default there's no password. Okay, just wait a little bit. Now from here, what we need to do is to create our database. Okay, if you noticed here, we haven't created any databases yet. So what I'm going to do right now is click on the database, and here type, let's say I'm just going to put here DICT Caraga, just for demonstration purposes. And you also had the option to select the different version here, but by default you can just use the UTF. There are different versions here, but I think let me check first. Anyway, you can just select the default option. If you're not familiar what to select here, well, just simply use the default option, which is this one. Okay, now if you want to check all the privileges, then you have the option to check this one as well. Okay, now for now I'll just simply click on create, and the database has been created, which is the DICT Caraga. So to proceed with our setting up or the installation, let me go back here in our file. Now if we're going to open a browser by just simply typing this option, okay, since we have here, oops, so the WordPress, maybe I can just cut this option and put it outside from here. Okay, now I can delete this one now and this one also. So if I'm going to open up this using a local host, let's say localhost, if you're going to type it here that way, you will be directed to this one. Okay, if you notice here, this is our folder, and I can just copy this one instead. Localhost, you can say it like that. Then enter. It should open up now the WordPress. Alright, did you see that? Simply paste again. Let me do it so you can see it. Type here localhost and then slash the name of the link or the folder that you have created, assuming you have published it already. Right, for now press enter. Okay, so we are now on our installation for our WordPress. The first thing that we need to do is click or select this English version, but I would choose the default one. Okay, continue. And if you can see here, welcome to the WordPress. Before getting started, you need to know the following items: database name, the database username, the password, and the database host. Alright, that's the reason why we need to create first our database in our previous demonstration. Okay, let me finish up this one, then click on let's go. So here the name of our database is DICT Caraga. Okay, this one, we'll just copy this and then go back here, DICT Caraga. Then the username, we'll just use the default one, and to the password, well, since we didn't put in the password, we can just put it as blank. Now we can proceed with submit option. And for the table prefix, we'll just leave it blank since we're not online yet. We'll just have to use the local host instead. Okay, and then submit and proceed with the run the installation. Okay, click this option. Then here you can put your title. Okay, my first CMS website. Okay, and the username, you can put any example, then, or let's say I'll just use my name, CG Avila. Then for the password, the most recommended one is actually to use the strong password, but since I can't remember all of this, I can just use the basic one, so it would be easy for me to remember. Then I can just replace it later, password 12345, but it's not recommended to use this one, it's not safe. Okay, and then it's okay, confirm the use of the password. So Then email address, then I can just put here my email, example namsu@gmail, my personal email. Then there's also an option here, discard search engine from indexing for the site. Well, for now it has no effect because our WordPress is not currently being published. It is just being hosted locally, so it has no impact. Then I can proceed with install WordPress. Okay, let's just wait a little bit. Alright, the password, since I type here the password. What's the password again? CG Adila login. Now we need to log in, CG Avila, then password 12345. Let me check that it's correct. See, I cannot remember the password. Alright, let's continue. Log in. Wow, well, alright, so congratulations to me. Was able to install the WordPress successfully, and I hope you can do the same as well. Alright, now, so we're good to go now. So in up here, if you want to check your website, the front end, simply click on this option because you are now in your dashboard in the admin page. So click my first CMS website to check the default. Alright, now this is the default, which looks very simple, but you have the option to actually edit the site. Now just simply go to the dashboard and continue with the editing. So that's all on how to install the Wampserver and the WordPress into your PC. I hope you will be able to do the same as well. That will be all for this video, and see you again.